Clock strike 12, you know that I'm definitely going to be up on your faces. And of course, I make sure that I bring you the best in the world of entertainment. And this afternoon, we're talking about lots and lots of issues that you've already heard about, some in the developing stages. We want to find out some more details about it here on the show. This is Showbiz Now here on Joy Prime. My name is KMJ, the royal host. I was born to talk. So you know about it, but I never saw my 30K after Beast of No Nation movie. Striker has been complaining. Young Ghanaian actor Emmanuel Ni Adomkwe, popularly known as a Striker, who co-starred in the Beast of No Nation movie, says he never received any payment for his role, even though he was told someone was holding the money in trust for him.
Let's go. Striker! Stand up and let's go. What is wrong with you? What is wrong?
The young actor Striker alleges that after shooting the movie that pushed Abraham Atta into limelight, a producer, Kofi Robert, informed him that he would hold the money in trust by depositing it in a bank account until he turned 18. However, that hasn't happened even though he is approaching 19. Striker, who now hawks and begs on the streets of Accra, says neither his 1% share of the profit gained by the American service provider Netflix has reached him. Now, after the movie, I was to be paid 1% of the profit made from the movie. They told me it's in the bank, but I am yet to see the money, he explained.
Did you get your share of the money? Yeah. How much were you given?
$30,000. But after the movie, they said I was paying 1% of the movie. I was paying 1%, and that one was.
You said you were paid 1% of the money.
Yeah, after they've sold the movie and everything, they said I was paid 1%, and that 1% said that 1% is in a bank.
Okay, but I'm asking, did they give you any physical cash to you? Like, am I have physical cash?
Like to me, that is
like you finished shooting. Did they ever give you the money?
No, I not even see the money and all this stuff, but they say the money is in the bank.
Can I
but sure, go ahead.
You're saying $30,000 of Ghana cedis. We are not too sure of the amount. But that 1%, where is it coming? Is it 1% out of the 30,000 Ghana cedis or dollars, or?
Yeah, that one is the one they paid me for the movie I shoot.
You shot?
Yeah.
You mean the 30,000?
Yeah.
And then the 1% is after the movie was shot.
Yeah. That's the one now I'm taking some small of it.
So you have access to that money?
That money for me right now, I don't have access to it.
So how are you taking that money from? Where are you taking it from?
I have a guy who's taking in charge of that account. Yeah, and they told me if I reach 18, my money will be given to you. And I've reached 18, and I've told them that this is how this one is going. So I want to use the money for something important. And they are telling me so I'm still a small boy, so I should.
Who is telling you you're still a small boy?
The one keeping the money.
Who?
Kofi Robert.
Who is he?
I don't really know the person well. Though I know the person from this tournament, but I don't really know the person well. And they said the person is keeping that money for me.
Strike has also revealed that his relationship with co-actor Abraham Atta hasn't been the same ever since he relocated to the USA. Now, the way Abraham Atta now behaves is not good. The way he talks, the way he replies is not good. He will be shouting on you and all stuff. I don't know if it's because he has traveled outside, he said. Now, Striker also disclosed that he was paid 10,000 Ghana cedis for Jungle Justice, a movie he starred in after Beast of No Nation. But a manager by name Maoko used all the monies to buy him clothes and shoes.
And also I'm a magic striker. One a magic striker. Also no a magic striker. The manager for striker. So when last did you see your artist striker?
It's been maybe about maybe 2 months or less.
2 months. What's the contract on your artist? And I have by month.
We have a verbal agreement.
I think you've heard a lot about striker.
And the reason why it's a verbal agreement because he's a minor, or he was a minor by then, so you can't sign a contract with a minor.
Okay. I say
he was on the street on the phone.
Oh, okay. You've heard a lot about striker.
Yes.
And now I must say, what took him there?
It's sad when I heard it because Caleb is my friend and he knows I manage him. I think the first thing I was expecting him to do was to call me that I'm a home, but I didn't. He's a journalist, so he made the news. After the news, I kept on calling. He didn't answer. The next night I saw he was on GH1 granting interview. So I went straight to GH1.
Beast of No Nation, how much did they pay him?
I can't mention how much he was paid up front, but when the film made profit, he got 1%.
1%,
which is $30,000.
$30,000.
He made the same. Abraham also made the same.
Abraham made $30,000. He made $30,000.
Yeah, after the film was sold to Netflix. Because Netflix wasn't in the picture. It was an independent producer. Just like, let's say, someone like Peter said, they're doing a film, and then Netflix say, we'll buy it for this. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so initially it wasn't a Netflix project.
No.
It was an individual producer.
Exactly.
Netflix when movie. So before the movie, money is gonna
oh, they were paid. But me can say it's a big money.
Paid to you or the boy?
So it was paid by then. Both of them are money. Abraham, no, the money went straight to his parent, but he still his parent. But Akorano, the money was kept in an account for him. What was given to him upfront was kept in an account for him. It is he's also sometimes.
Okay.
But the line producers who got Dama and Tono, they oversee what the kids do. Okay. But their money is not with me.
So the upfront money is still in the account.
Some of them is in only can go account, but Justice no, he had a little money. They need an answer. Okay. Because when they need things like maybe because they know they have money. Until they buy it.
Okay, and then talking about $30,000 now, a percentage of the total amount of money from Beast of No Nation, and also
our trust. Say like Accra, won't mean a bank account. You can only put in a trust. So when he turns 18, then he can provide his valid ID card say I'm 18. Then he have full access to the account. So that's what his situation. So the trust actually have interest. So you keep getting interest on it.
So the $30,000 is also in account.
It's in an account.
So the upfront is an account, and then $30,000 is also in an account. And then again, just today, Osaka said, "Okay, movie be I know some money about 10,000 Ghana cedis." Movie be
Jungle Justice. But to make a correction, he wasn't paid 10,000. And me, I always say that if you like call the producer of the film, she's called Regina. She was at GH1.
Okay.
Van.
Regina. I don't want to go to that side.
Regina.
Yeah.
You can ask her. She produced the film, and she knows how much the boy was paid, but he wasn't paid 10,000. And I'll tell you, and then verify from the he was paid 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000. It was a short film.
Okay.
So and like I always say, sometimes it's not always about the money. Look at where the project, because the project John Dumala is on it, and wasn't Yvonne Nelson is also on it.
Yeah, big stars.
Exactly. So, and it's a low. They told us it's a low budget, and the boy needs to keep working on his act. So we got a point, and then that money, he had a program. He needed a suit, and then we got him a suit, a shirt, and then a tie, and then a new shoe.
1,000 Ghana cedis.
I don't know if it was more, but the money was given to his guardian, but it was spent on that. And you know how much a suit costs. So if anybody thinks that the suit will cost less, plus everything that was bought.
So apart from that Django movie, Django Justice, and Beast of No Nation, but Striker movie.
Oh, there have been times or projects when we've done it. This is not the first time he's run away. He has run away like over 10 times. Sometimes he will come back, sometimes we'll find him. We always go after him. This one is one of his runs. We've been trying to look for him. As well, I saw it on what's the name? Caleb's post. I contacted Caleb. He didn't answer. So make call J from Caleb, you know, try. Because we've been looking for this boy. So we'll find you know me, you know everything. So okay, at the end of the day he's a general, so he accepted it. But he has been running. Sometimes we been project, even we just finished shooting in German production recently. No, I worked on it as a casting director. It was casting. He ran away. Yeah, we wrapped on last Friday. He was supposed to be in the film, but when he's not there, as the film stop, the film will go on. So we are trying to help, but him as a person also have to help himself.
But I heard you enrolled him. Is it you or the production house?
Okay, so the producers from his information in the US decided to put him into school because him, Justice and him, Abraham was in the government school in Sherman. He was in the government school in Sherman. Justice had never been to school. Him has never been to school. They were street boys. So, how would you put your star actors back on the street? So we had a discussion. He said that let's put him to school. So I went from we looked for school. We thought of getting the best school, and then we got one of the best in Montessori in Cape Coast. And then we put them there. He constantly ran. Justice is still in school. As I'm talking to you, he's still in school. Justice is in Form 1, but Iman. Because he keeps running, he doesn't get promotion. So, now that we have him, I think he has some wishes. We'll listen to him, and then after that, we'll see what really he wants. Because he's 18 now, he's of a legal age, so we have to listen to him. But we will guide him. We won't carry out the 30,000 because we are 18. $30,000. Okay. We won't carry the $30 and say, I don't know if you think it's a good advice to do that. So we won't give it to him. People are saying, here's so many cries, give him the 30,000, give him the money. But if you give a child $30,000, what is he going to do with it? At the end of the day, they will say the management are foolish. So we will guide him. He wants some things. We'll guide him through it.
Striker! Let's go, they are going. Let's go. Striker! Stand up and let's go. What is wrong with you? What is wrong?
All right, so folks, welcome back here on Showbiz Now, live on Joy Prime. My name is KMJ, the Royal Host. If you just joined us here on the show, it comes your way every weekday. 12 o'clock, we sit down, we have a conversation. So you saw earlier pictures and videos of the man Striker in a movie with his younger brother, if you like, Abraham Atta, both doing their own thing in Beast of No Nation. But you know the controversies that have actually come up yet. Many thanks to people like Zion Felix and Caleb Neboy, the two of them putting that interviews together. And here in the studio today, we have the manager in question to actually speak to us. But there's a press statement they've put out there. I'm sure it's circulating in social media circles, and you've seen some for yourself on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. It's everywhere that the manager has actually put out there. Now, we're yet to find out, indeed, what exactly transpired. So we all get to know the story proper. We've heard about their sides. We've heard both sides, actually. But we want to delve deeper into the conversation and see what exactly really happened. You can also join us on social media. Later on, we'll open the phone lines for you to also get interactive with us as well. Now, can we get the press statement that they put out there? I mean, that's on your screens right now. So I'm probably going to go through some of the things that were put out there so we all get to know where the whole story actually began. Now, a press release, it says MK Content Management of Emmanuel Adam Kwe, popularly known as a striker of Beast of No Nation fame, which is to address rising issues concerning our client. Now, it says, first one, it says, Emmanuel is not a street beggar, as reported. We have been looking for him after he ran away from his school at Cape Coast Montessori, and his phone was with his guardian. He has a fully paid apartment in Cape Coast where his other co-actor Justice lives with him and his guardian. He has an allowance and studying in a private school fully paid by the producers of Beast of No Nation with a contribution from Netflix. And the second one point says that he made 1% of the profit from the film, which is $30,000 US. His money is not in custody of Zoe, Kofi or Danny, as he stated. The money has been put in a trust fund in his name at Barclays Bank. Now that he is 18 years, he needs a valid ID to access the money. The third point says that he mentioned in an interview he was paid 10,000 Ghana cedis for a short film he did called Jungle Justice, produced by Regina Van Helvert of GH1. He meant to say it in the old currency, which is 10 million currently, 1,000 Ghana cedis. Now, part of the money was used to buy suit, white shirt, tie, and a pair of shoes for him for Teen Choice Awards 2016, and the rest was used to buy things for him for school. The fourth point says that he still has a good relationship with Abraham Atta, and the fifth point says that we currently have him and we will continue to focus on his well-being and work with him. We are grateful for the concern of Ghanaians and the world at large towards him. Signed, Maoko Kwadzi, the CEO. And that's the CEO putting out this press statement. Now, I have the CEO in the studio with me, and I want to talk to him about the issues and what he thinks about it. Bro, welcome to the show.
Cool,
there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. This is the only classified and justified and, of course, the most authentic television showbiz show here in GH. And it's a pleasure to have you on the show in the first place.
Thanks for having me.
Good. I'm sure the press statement will speak for you, but we'll also want to find out a few things for you and from you, and then we'll take it from there. Have you been able to get in touch with him?
Yes, we have him now. We have Striker.
Where is he?
He's with his guardian as I'm talking to you.
Who's the guardian we're talking about?
Kobina Sam. He mentioned his name in the GH1 interview. Yeah.
Now, let's take it from after Beast of No Nation. What exactly was the agreement with you and Striker?
Okay, so after the film, we had a conversation with the producers, and then we mentioned to them that it's important that after the film, you don't leave this case to go back on the street. It doesn't matter what they are making, because what they made from the film, we made sure in the contract it didn't end there, that they get a profit, because it was an independent producer doing the film. So we told them that we don't know where the film is going to go, but in case it makes profit, it's important that your lead actors, which is Abraham and Striker, they make some money, which they agreed, and they give them 1%, which is $30,000.
Okay.
So
that was on paper. Yeah,
that was on paper. So after the film, together with Abraham and Striker and then Justice, even Abraham, his parents told me about management, because he has done his first film. He wants to continue his career. So I've never done it before, but I said, well, I love the kids, because working with them, I worked on the film.
You were on set as well?
Yeah, I was a casting associate on the film, so I worked on casting.
Oh, okay.
So I know the kids from the very time we were doing the casting, found them and everything. Oh, okay. So it's not as if they finished the film and I came into the picture. I worked with them on the film. So they got used to me, I loved them, and then we worked together. So after that, in order to keep them, I said, okay, I'll manage them. So they actually are those I started the management with. But currently I manage different actors, including Freda Mugi, Akofai Jani, Nana McBrown.
So that's what you do?
Yeah, that I do casting and then I do manage. So I have two companies. One is MK Casting, which is a casting company, and one is MK Content. And I have people working for me in those two companies.
I see.
Yeah. Well, so after that, I said, okay, I'll take care of them in terms of management, but as a manager I can still be a guardian. So Kwabena Sam, who played Abraham Atta's father in Beast of No Nation, he has a family, so we said if they can stay with him, he agreed, and we weren't paying him for it. So
here in Accra or
here in Accra.
Okay,
So he started in Accra before we found a school for them. So wisely we thought that it would be good since they were on the streets in Accra. If we found a school for them in Accra, they will still go back to the street. So we took them to Cape Coast, which is a boarding school, so that at least they'll be far away from home. And then we had discussed that if they want to come and see their friends, they should let us know. We'll always drive them, spend some time, and then we can always take you back, so that I know you miss your friends. But so that's how we started.
So what really triggered the situation we find ourselves in right now? What did you do wrong?
I don't think I did anything wrong. I don't think the boy said I did anything wrong. We are trying to help. We are doing our best to make sure the boy has a future, and
he doesn't seem to be okay with the kind of conditions or life he's living, and that's the reason why he's come out.
What do you mean by he said?
The fact that he believes there are certain monies were supposed to be given to him.
Did he hear the interview on GH1?
Yeah,
he said he's too comfortable at Cape Coast, so he loved the street. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
I heard.
Okay, so what do you mean by he's not comfortable?
Well, but he's spoken about the fact that there were certain monies that he was supposed to have been getting.
Yeah, so you want us to talk about the money?
Yeah, he hasn't got, I'm sure it's part of the
Do you want us to talk about money, or you want to start from somewhere? Do you want to talk about the money?
Yes.
Okay, so his 1%, which is $30,000, has been put in a trust for him in his name. No one can touch that money apart from him, and it is an international standard thing. Like Abraham working on Spider-Man,
exactly.
A certain part of his money went into trust in the US that when he turns 18 he can get hold of. And even his money from Beast of No Nation, some of the money was put into trust, which I saw in Fidelity Bank. So for him, because he doesn't have a family, we saw him on the street.
Okay.
It was important that we can protect that money. So that money didn't go into my account. It didn't go into anybody's account, none of the producers. He was taken to Barclays Bank and a trust was opened for him. No one can touch it except him. If you know about this thing, you can call anyone, they can tell you that nobody can touch it. So now that he's 18, we only need, we're working on getting a passport so that he can access his money. But also, we are going to control it, because who will give 30,000 to a child?
Yeah.
Unless maybe Ghanaians will say, okay, give him his money and let him go on the street. And then at the end of the day, who would they insult? It will come back to the film. So that's what we are trying to protect. Nobody will spend his money for anything. Yeah.
I see. Now let's look at the whole issue, the way it's coming out and all. You think somebody's behind this?
I don't think anybody's behind it. I think the boy just needs to keep working on himself, because sometimes he messes the street, and then he has his friends have influence over him sometimes. So sometimes they call him and then he goes to them. So Caleb didn't do anything evil. I don't think he had a bad intention. The only problem I have is that he knows me. He could have called me.
Contacted you.
Yeah, but and then when I met him for the first time, I told him, Caleb, we know force. And he said, yeah, Marco, I know, but I know Sabi journalist, and I understand he's doing his work. But the only problem is the fact that he was even taken on TV, live to the world like that. It wasn't a good selling point for Ghana, for the board, or for the management. So that was the part where I was sad. If you find him on the street and you want to tell the world that the boy is not a beggar, at least the company they should have bought a new dress for him and put it on him and say, okay, this is what we also did for him, even though we saw him daddy, but this is what we've also done for him. But they just put it on TV like that. It's a selling point for them, but first, we are humans, and it is costing us, but we will keep working.
How often do you, or probably your management or the guardian, do visit him in school?
No, so when he's in school, it's a boarding school, and I'll bring this up. Abraham is in school in the US. He's in a boarding school. Nobody has asked who visits him. It's a boarding school. When there's a break,
they have hours or days where you can go
understand.
And visit him. Yeah, that's what I want.
If there's a break, the kids come home, but constantly the guardian keep in touch with the teachers. They call him anytime. So, and then when there's an apartment in Cape Coast, so sometimes he goes there just to check on the kids. Me, I've gone there a couple of times.
Okay.
So I think we are doing our best, unless someone thinks that they can do a better job.
So the terms of agreement now, is it going to be that you will forever be doing this for him, or there's a point where you're going to say, okay, maybe this person has come out to say, I know him, I'm a relative or something, so I want to hand over?
But at this point of our lives, he's 18 years. And when he was a minor, we never signed a contract. We did a verbal, because you can't sign a contract with a minor. So now that he's 18, I wish, and I've been saying this several times, I wish his family members will come and say, we care about him now.
Do you have a hint of anybody that
no,
has come
nobody.
out like
Since
that?
the thing happened, nobody from the family, and constantly I've been waiting that someone from the family will call and say, oh yeah, he's our blood and we want him, and then automatically we'll hand him over. Because right now we are only trying to give medication that get better, because if you still want to act, you have to be able to read your script and communicate.
Exactly.
So if you don't want to do this and you can't do it, then I don't see how the impact we want you to have on society, it can happen, because we need you to also be some kind of motivation to the world, because the world needs to hear you speak, say a story. So if he doesn't want to do this, but right now, if nobody comes, we're still going to work with him. We intend to actually give him like informal education, because he doesn't want to go to school. I had a conversation with him again yesterday. He
said he doesn't want to go back to school again.
So right now he's 18. So Ghanaians, as Ghanaians, so we are not going to just leave him, but we want to make sure, try to get him to at least communicate.
Wow.
Yeah, in English, even though he can still speak Tree, but we need him to be able to communicate in English.
Another issue is that before we even get to our phone lines, another issue was the fact that people thought after the Beast of No Nation, even as and when he was in school, he'll be getting some more gigs, because they were not hearing much of him, and they thought people were suppressing or he was not doing well. What happened to that too?
So he did a short film called Django Justice, which he said on GH1 that he would pay 10,000. It wasn't, which you explained it was 1,000. It was 1,000, and then I put the producer's name there so that people can contact her. I'm not the one saying it. We've tried to get him jobs, but sometimes when a job is ready, he's not available. And then sometimes, as an actor, he has to audition for the roles. Abraham auditioned for Spider-Man. They didn't just call him to come and do it. So sometimes if you audition, it doesn't come out very well. Yeah, so he needs time. It doesn't mean, the fact that he did Beast of No Nation doesn't mean that automatically, sometimes the role he played in Beast of No Nation, there's another role he's going to play. So he can't keep on playing child soldier unless every time people keep writing script for child soldier.
And in this regard, do you doubt his talent?
No, I don't.
Okay.
If I did, I wouldn't be working with him.
Okay. Let me go onto the phone lines and speak to our viewers out there. And you can also call us, let us know what you think about the issue. We're talking about strikers issue. The manager, Maoko, is here with us. What do you have to say? 0302211698899. Those are the numbers you can call us on here on Showbiz Now, live on Joy Prime. And you can also go on our social media pages on Facebook and Instagram as Joy Prime Official. And when you go on Instagram as The Real Joy Prime, and that's where you can send your comments and let us have your say here on the show. We're talking about all the issues that you've had in the social media. People are talking about it, striker. Now you know the details and how everything looks like. So let us have your say here on the show. My name is KMJ, and it's good to have you on the other side. So Malco, before we get into the lines and be picking our calls now, if anybody comes up to say that he's a relative, as that, and so I want to officially take over, what percentage are you people going to get? How's the agreement going to be like?
If his family show up, we won't take anything, because
so your company won't be making any money from all the hard work you've put into.
We love him. That's very important.
You must be generous.
Well, and he's not.
Give me a minute, I'll come back to you.
Go ahead.
Ella. Oh, Maula. Laula.
Maula.
Haula.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Forgive me. I messed up your name. Please go ahead. Hello, are you there? Hello. Oh. Hello? Oh, too bad. All right, go ahead.
He's not the only kid we have done this for. I went to shoot another short film in the Volta region. It's called The Deep Place. There's a boy we cast from the lake. He works on the lake. And then what we did is, after the film, I spoke to the producers again. I told him, he's in your film, and then you did a story about the lake. Why would you leave him here? And then we brought him to a school in Accra, Datus Complex. You can check, his name is Godwin. So we took him from there, the comfort zone, and brought him here. So that he doesn't.
So you're basically doing well for a lot of kids out there. Which
yeah,
of
because
course,
my problem is that there's no Ghana film that has done that. There's
I know.
none of the producers.